but it's the reading of the Donald Canestraro document, and we're going to be reading the testimony of CS-10. Um, wait, let me blow myself down. Okay. During October of 2016, I interviewed a former CIA official whose identity is known to me and is herein referred to as CS-10. Um, CS-10 told me that he or she served with the Central Intelligence Agency for 25 years. During his or her service with the CIA, CS-10 was assigned as a case officer. CS-10 told me that sometime prior to the 9/11 attacks, he was assigned to UBL Station. CS-10 stated that the mission of UBL Station was to collect intelligence regarding bin Laden and Al Qaeda. CS-10 told me that he or she was brought into the Osama bin Laden station by a CIA officer whose identity is known to me. CS-10, according to CS-10, he or she was one of the few case officers assigned to UBL Station because it was filled with analysts. There was very few field officers, which, according to CS-10, was staffed primarily by intelligence analysts. CS told me that he or she found this arrangement unusual. CS-10 stated that since the mission of the UBL station was to gather intelligence, the station would have been staffed by case officers, that the role of a case officer in the CIA was to gather intelligence. CS-10 explained to me that the intelligence analysts at the CIA are not trained in intelligence gathering operations. And so when you have a bunch of analysts trying to obtain information from various agencies, including their own case officers, that they don't have the appropriate backgrounds for it, and they had one analyst who was the chief of station there, Michael Scheuer, who was experienced. But you got a bunch of women in there that don't know anything about bin Laden and Al Qaeda because they don't speak Arabic, no history of understanding Wahhabi Islam. CS-10 stated that during the time that he or she was assigned to UBL station, the CIA did not have any human sources inside Al Qaeda. CS-10 recalled that there were extensive pressure from CIA management to develop human sources inside of Al Qaeda. In 1999, Scheuer was replaced by Richard Blee, who was chief of station at Alex Station, bin Laden Industry Station. The chief of the Counterterrorism Center, Christopher Black, was given a task by the DCI, George Tenet, the Director of Central Intelligence, DCI, to find a program where they can use primary sources inside Al Qaeda, turn them as informants. Now, in the year 2001, Ahmed Shah Massoud, who was part of a group called the Northern Alliance, fighting against the Taliban in Afghanistan, had told his handler, U.S. officials that would visit him, that it was hard to get Al Qaeda to surrender because they would martyr themselves. They'd blow themselves up before they were even captured. And they said that they never got an Al Qaeda operative captured. And imagine you're the CIA and you think you're going to get an informant to work for you. Well, that's what they tried with al-Midar and al-Hazmi. But al-Midar and al-Hazmi had other plans, I guess. The CIA used Saudi intelligence, Saudi operatives that spoke Arabic. The CIA can't just go in the field and play, either an Arab when you don't have Arab linguists or who look like them. They were really inadequate to deal with this problem. But they took advantage. But you had foreign intelligence who didn't tell them anything either. Saudi Arabia, right? Israel. You had these foreign intelligence rings that were monitoring all the 9/11 hijackers in the year 2000, 2001. How come that information wasn't shared? This is the real. You want to go down a rabbit hole. You want to talk about a real conspiracy. Now, look, this is speculation, but it's not irrational by any means because it happened. That there were intelligence operatives living in close proximity to all these hijackers, collecting information, with Israel running signals intelligence. That means listening. And then you had Saudi intelligence doing human intelligence. That means giving them financial and logistical support. Did the Saudis and Israelis work together? I don't know. I don't even think they need to. But whatever happened after 9/11, it benefited both of those countries because they went to war with all the Shia led countries, not the Gulf. And Israel benefited in the sense that now you had warrantless wiretapping all around the world, information that is being gathered illegally without a warrant, all for the behest of your safety and to protect the privacy of Americans. Imagine that, protecting privacy of Americans. They're taking information from you. And then you have the torture of, hundreds and hundreds of Muslims, the destruction of Muslim countries that Israel finds to be an antagonist. So much benefit went to those two countries after 9/11. So if you think that, hey, wait a minute, maybe they allowed the attacks to happen because they didn't share intelligence, hey, that's a really reasonable speculation. It's not too far fetched. And you wonder why the truth movement never talked about this. CS-10 stated that most of the information concerning Al Qaeda was gleaned from technical collection methods. CS-10 recalled that the first chief of the UBL station was LL, Michael Shore. According to CS-10, Michael Shore was an analyst with no experience in operational matters. CS-10 recalled that LL shared most of the intelligence information concerning Al Qaeda with MMM and BBB, that's Michelle Ann Casey and Alfred Bogowski, who were intelligence analysts assigned to the station. CS-10 recalled that UBL station was a virtual station, physically located in the United States. CS-10 stated that this unusual arrangement, along with the choice to staff the station with analysts, made it difficult for the station to accomplish its mission of penetrating bin Laden's organization. CS-10 explained that recruiting intelligence sources is normally done by CIA officers stationed in foreign countries, where Al Qaeda is. They were in Afghanistan, but they couldn't get close. Who are they going to turn to? Did they? Maybe they did. Maybe they did get close. Maybe they collected intelligence. They didn't share with us. I happen to think they didn't, and that the Israelis and Saudis did, but didn't share it, which could have stopped 9/11. But the NSA and the CIA knew there were two Al Qaeda operatives inside the United States. Didn't tell the United States. Now, I'm not saying that they knew about the planes operation, but they didn't have to. They should have just told the Department of Justice, hey, there's two Al Qaeda operatives. Bang on. Here's the information. They were at an Al Qaeda summit meeting, and they were seen talking with the alleged planner or mastermind of the Cole bombing. Right there is a federal crime. Consequently, it would be nearly impossible for UBL station to develop informants inside Al Qaeda from its base 7,000 miles away from the country where Al Qaeda was suspected of operating. That's obvious. CS-10 told me that he observed other unusual activities at UBL station during his or her tenure. CS-10 recalled that analysts at the UBL station would direct questions, operations to case officers in the field by sending the officers cables, instruct them to do a specific tasking. Why are the analysts telling the officers what to do? Usually it's the officers who are doing the footwork, human intelligence and signals intelligence. They do both. And they go out in the field. The analysts collect the information that they send to a fax or teletype. CS-10 noted that this was a violation of CIA procedures and that the analysts normally lack the authority to direct the case officer to do anything. But David Cohn, who's the creator of Alex Station, counterterrorism director, I guess, broke protocol. The action of the analysts were authorized first by Michael Shoya and later by his or her replacement, Richard Blee. CS-10 stated that he or she noted during his or her tenure at UBL station there was an unusual culture at the station. CS-10 told me that the analysts at the UBL station felt that they could undertake operations as easy as the case officers, even though they had not been trained in covert intelligence gathering techniques. CS-10 stated that the analysts were able to successfully block one of his operations targeting Al Qaeda. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why would this person do that? Why would they block an operation targeting Al Qaeda? Was it interfering with their covert operation, which is illegal? CS-10 stated that the analysts also had some control over the communications that case officers had with CIA field units. That's unheard of. I mean, the case officers are getting primary source material. How are the analysts able to decide to say, all right, yeah, this ain't, without even analyzing? CS-10 explained that if the case officer wanted to send a cable to a field station, authorization would have to be obtained from station management. That's who was working in the field station, right? Because each CIA case station has a manager and case officers. Then you have headquarters, which has analysts. This was a separate office from counterterrorism, Alex Station. CS-10 stated that he or she recalled that the station chief and his or her deputy, Tom Wilshire, had the authority to release a cable to the field. According to CS-10, Wilshire was an analyst with little or no understanding of the duties of CIA case officers. CS-10 further explained to me the procedure for official communications within the UBL station. CS-10 had to write a cable to an operational station in the field. It would be drafted, and then he or she would then send it to either Tom Wilshire or the station chief, which would be for approval. Once they approved the message, then the cable would be noted for approval to the various sections within CIA headquarters for further approval before the message would ultimately be approved and sent. Now, so in other words, it went through really strict scrutiny. If they had intelligence regarding anybody involved with Al Qaeda or Bin Laden, it should be primary. There's information only, primary, criminal information, primary information only. And then it would have to be proved to be sent to the FBI, the NSA, or any other local agency, right? The CIA wasn't doing that. The NSA wasn't doing that for the CIA. CIA wasn't doing that for the FBI. The NSA wasn't doing it for the CIA or the FBI. The CIA wasn't sharing with the NSA or the FBI. And the FBI is left holding the bag because they're trying to get as much information. That's why they were stealing out of Alex Station. It's not that hard, folks. Connect the dots. You'll see. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. That's the end of this video. See you next reading. Take care, everybody.